Barbare! Let me know how the stream looks, because I feel like with all the fast movement and stuff, it might cause my stream to get really blurry. I'm gonna de-throttle here again in a second once I line back up where I'm trying to line back up. Right in the middle. There we go. Alright. So we still got a little ways to go. Maybe 20 minutes or so, but... Alright. Yeah, it grabs a couple perfects. Occasionally. So actually, according to the MAME bookkeeping, the uptime the uptime actually runs with the throttle, so it adjusts for if you're, what the speed is. So this long has taken, if I had done it in real time, 543 hours. So I really don't know. I don't have much to say. I'm just gonna sit here and watch this while it does its thing. So, oh shit, the chair almost fell over. Yeah, it seems like it only takes like a couple minutes. I don't know, like 3 minutes or so to like loop each kill screen, or stage 0, whatever the appropriate terminology is. So when you look at this, each board takes like a second roughly, like it's gotta be less than 2 seconds a board here. Like, maybe a little long. Let's see here. Try and watch the clock here. Yeah, it's like less than 2 seconds per board. The challenging stages are a little bit longer, it looks like, but... Let's see how many frames we're at. 118... Coming up on 119 million frames. That'd probably be a pretty big INP, I reckon. Perfect. So let's see, if it takes another 20 minutes, and we're at 5:45, 29, so let's say it's 545 hours. 545 hours to get to 1 billion. It's 22, almost 23 days. Then the question is, does it roll over into the high score digits? We would have to go to 10 billion, which would take 10 times as long. That's 227 days. Let's see, how long have I been going? I've been going since... I started at about 2:07 a.m. and it's 8:49 right now. So I've been going for 18 hours and 42 minutes. So if it's 19 hours... The way I'm doing this, if it's 19 hours to 1 billion, I have to let it run to 190 hours, which would be 8 days. So I'd have to let this run for 8 days straight to see if the next digit rolls over. Yeah. So it'll roll over to 1 billion underneath the R. And then I was just telling Andrew, Katie's here now, I was just telling Andrew, I was like, I wonder if it would actually roll over into this high score stuff here. But then it would take 10 times as long to find each next, you know. Yeah. Well, if I have a save state for it, I mean, I don't have to do it for 8 days straight. I just have to do it for 8 days total.
8 days straight, like a Hanukkah.
Yeah, so the Hanukkah Galaga. I think we'll definitely... I think we'll see the billion digit. I think we'll see it. That's as much as I can... Like, obviously I can't sit here for the next 8 days and be like, oh, you know... So at some point I'll do it, but... I guess it just depends. Like, I kind of looked through the debugger a little bit to see how it stores the score, but I didn't really find what I was looking for, so I decided to do it this way, which seems a little bit more fun. But what is it? 18? 18 total lives? Yeah. It only shows whatever the, you know, the 2 you've got, and then the, you know, 8 on the bottom or whatever. Yeah, it's definitely more suspenseful. It's definitely like, oh, what's gonna happen? Fucking gnat in here. Ah, it's too far away now. What's that? What's it gonna do? I don't know. We still got like 10 minutes or something. I don't know. Still got a few minutes. I wanted to start way ahead of time in case it wasn't really visible on the stream with it being all high motion like this, so I could make some adjustments. But now I'm just gonna sit here for another however long it takes. I thought about it. I thought about stopping it and then playing it out. I was like, nah, I'm not good enough. Like, I'd have to stop it, like, you know, I don't know, with 18 lives, I guess I could do a few 100,000 points, especially if it's like fast fire or whatever. But I figured I'd probably just screw something up, so I'm just gonna let it roll on its own. Besides, I'm gonna play this score anyway someday, so I don't need to play it out here. I'll play it out to this score some other day. Yeah, TG. Too bad it doesn't keep accurate track of the shots fired and the percentages. Too bad those roll or get chopped off. Because then like if it doesn't show the next digit at a billion, I would just kill it off and then we could see like how many shots I fired during the whole game. But pretty what? Little man cave stream setup, yeah. It works. Should have bought. We were at the Tokyo Game Show this weekend, and they had a little booth with like these crazy ass gamer chairs, like desk chairs, with like lumbar support and neck support, and they were probably like air cooled, and I don't know. They looked pretty fancy. Yeah, they were pretty high quality. Yeah, chair swag. I need like a. I need a chair that's the chair I have right now. The adjustment part of it doesn't work. So I'm lucky that it's like broken to where it's like a height that I can sit at this desk. But it's still like I don't know. It's like just a little bit too high. It feels a little bit too high for like wanting to sit and play games. I don't know. It's a pretty good position to like sit and like type, but yeah, if I was gonna actually use a desk for work, does that. Oh, we're getting close. See, I fired it up when it was like 980, and that was like 14 minutes. So another about 14 minutes, I guess. Getting close, only 100 million. What's gonna happen? Should put on some music or something. The dulcet tones of squeaky bees, like a million% speed. Let's make a save state here. Looks like it's almost 3,000%. Like 20. It's like 2,000, and I see a lot of like, you know, 7s and 5s and 8s and 6s in there, it looks like. Oh, almost 120 million frames. That's it. Oh, I have covered up the score. Oh no! So I wonder why... Do you know, Andrew, why it freezes on the 1-up, but it doesn't on the 2-up? Like, it was like an oversight where, like, did they want it to freeze on the 1-up side, but they didn't care on the 2-up because they didn't think anybody was gonna get a million, or what? I mean, we're at like 993 million, all digits showing, but you can't even show a million on the left side. The high score only. The high score doesn't even show a million. They didn't even adjust it to where you could fill out, you know, a couple more digits in the high score. So I guess it must be some kind of like bug or something. Like the reason that it shows so many digits might actually be a bug and not like intentional. I can't believe nobody's bothered to do this before. Yeah, but it does run out of space, but you could have it offset more. You could have it, you know, shift as it gets another digit. Like, yeah, I think like Robotron shows up to 9 million and, you know, 999 whatever. Nibbler. Does Nibbler show all the digits? That's the big, you know, that was like the first game that showed, or, you know, you get a billion points on it. Must, otherwise it wouldn't be such a big deal. Did Nibbler come out before Galaga? I don't know the years. Let's look it up. Nibbler rolls at a billion, okay. Nibbler... Oh, Galaga's older than Nibbler. Yeah, okay. You do that. Play a quick billion game of Nibbler. So close. So I'm trying to think... Okay, well now here's an interesting question. Do we even know if the Donkey Kong 2-player side cuts off the million-point score? Has anybody ever determined that? Fucking bug. I honestly don't know if that discussion has ever been had. Can you do me a favor? Can you go pop open the laptop lid just to make sure it's on? Okay, if it's on, then can you make sure it's connected to this router, the J and K 2? You actually have to play Donkey Kong though. You can't. I guess. Yeah. I mean, you could. You're a million point player. You can do it. Oh no, I'm dropping frames, oh no! Yeah, imagine the hype, man. Holy crap, if all this time we didn't know. It's looking like it's running at about 2,500%. Let's see, I've got 2 mil... Shit. Oh god, please hang in there. We're almost there. Well, it's too late for me to, like, restart now. Oh boy! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What's gonna happen? You know, if it does fill up that number there, it'll just look like the high score blends into it, yeah. Alright, here we go. Oh, yeah! Alright! Oh, man.
I bet just looks silly.
Uh,
What happens with the next one? Does it overwrite it?
that's I don't know. Like, yeah, would it actually would it jump into the 0 that's after the 9?
And then would the high score on the table be like 999?
Yeah, would it take the last digit? Would the last digit of the high score be like the first digit of this fucked up score?
There's only one way to find out.
Okay, that took just under. Actually, that took almost exactly. What's 24 minus 5? 19 hours. So 19 hours, yeah, 190 hours, which was 8 days.
180.
Uh. Well,
Well, that's sweet.
okay, so yeah, so what would that be? If it kept filling out, the next digit would be 10 billion, that would be 100 billion, a trillion, 10 trillion, 100 trillion. So if it went all the way up to where the first digit of the high score is, that would be a quadrillion. A Brazilian. Each one taking 10 times as long. So 8 days for 10. 10 billion, 80 days for 100 billion. 800 days for a trillion. 800 days this speed to get to a trillion. No, this took 19 hours.
Existential.
800 days of Galaga. Oh, you know what I should look at here actually is okay, so real world time that would have taken I guess take a couple hours off of there because now we're 2.1 million points over a billion. So how long does that take, Andrew, to do 2 million points? Like a couple hours. But anyway, this is fast fire auto fire, and that we'll call it 553 hours. So for some reason, like it would obviously probably take longer playing a normal game, longer than 553 hours.
That's just tag team.
2.1 on 90 minutes, so 90 minutes. Oh man. Wow. Okay, well I'm just gonna let this run for a little bit, but I mean I'm done. That's all I wanted to show. So I'm gonna shut the stream down and I don't know. Oh, that's true. Because it's just sitting there on the challenging stages, so. I guess you just have to extrapolate, like, what a good player does. You know, how long it takes them to get, you know. Maybe look at how long it takes to do a kill screen, and then what the average kill screen points are, or loop kill screen, whatever you want to call it, so. Oh boy.
Play yourself to get the double ship.
I did! I did play myself. I did play the very beginning to get the double ship. So.
Automatic double ship.
I don't think so. So I did play the first, you know, 20 seconds of the game, yeah, to get the double ship, so. Alright guys, adios.